Look at that. Look who's back. Look who's back. It is over the line for 9/15/2025. Yes, we are back.
Oh, boy.
We're going to talk some football, some Cowboys. Cowboys' big win yesterday. Poor performance, though, from your Raging Cajuns on Saturday. Yeah. And also my Badgers were pretty bad. So, says we are live. Have you checked everything just to make sure?
Yeah.
All right. So we're doing all right then. Hey, at least we're on live. It's going to be quite a day, I think, because first thing I did is I opened up some things, computer and everything to get going, and guess what? Had updates. Haven't used anything in so long. Had updates.
I don't even remember that.
And now you're going to cut out on me.
Yeah.
This is really starting out well.
Man, we're doing like the Cowboys.
Just like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that it's probably the iPad, and there's a setting on there that is not allowing you to. There's some kind of canceling, and who knows? StreamYard is really something else this time. There's some changes from the last time we did this.
Oh yeah.
And it definitely is not. Does not seem the same. I'm trying to read here something about.
You know what? I'm gonna get on and try my phone.
You're gonna try your phone?
I'm gonna leave it.
Okay.
So you talk a little bit.
All right, we'll try that then. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay, bye.
What it is, it's Over the Line with Tracy Broussard. He is a world famous drummer for a very popular country singer. Kind of a voice kind of guy. Yeah. And what we do here is we talk about football. We've done this a while back when COVID and everything, and then we did it for a couple of things, but we kind of, Tracy, the world famous drummer, got busy, and so we had to put everything on ice for a little bit. So we're going to do a couple of shows and to see what happens with this thing. So what you need to do is you need to like. You need to press like on everything you have. Share. We need you to share, all right? It's very important that you share. And then hopefully we get a little following, and we'll talk some football. We're going to talk Tracy's a huge Raging Cajuns fan in college ball. That's because that's where he went to school, and that's where he lives. That's where he grew up in Louisiana. I'm a huge Badger fan, so we'll talk a little bit about Badgers being an embarrassment too. But and then we'll get to the NFL, which is our favorite thing to talk about when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, his favorite team, and my favorite team, the Green Bay Packers. So, all right, can you talk?
Yeah.
And now there's an echo.
Dude, this is awesome.
So let's see if this will help us a little bit. I don't know if it does or not, but we'll see.
Hello?
So can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. So now we'll hopefully have that echo gone. Is it on your end?
Hello? Can you hear me?
It's not doing.
I can hear you.
You can hear me? I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
There sounds like there's another voice in this thing. But it's not your voice. So anyway, go ahead. Let's talk. Let's get this thing started. We'll talk about the Raging Cajuns. Not a good time against Missouri.
No, because you're playing an SEC school, and that's always going to be tough. And I knew that it was going to be tough. But, boy, we just forgot how to tackle. And they didn't even have to have the quarterback back there. Just hand the ball off. I think the dude had like 5,000 yards rushing. It was pretty awesome. I was hoping to have a better showing against an SEC team. But the thing is Missouri that good? Or were we just that bad?
Well, that's what I said about my Badgers, too, when they played an SEC team, Alabama. Was Alabama just that great? They weren't the week before.
Nope.
Or the Badgers just that bad? I think the Badgers are just that bad.
Yeah, I don't know much about them. But I know about Alabama. That was probably a good bounce back win for them, I guess.
Yeah, they laid it on the Badgers pretty well. So, but maybe this week, where do you guys go?
So we're playing Eastern Michigan. Oh. And there's a very interesting linebacker that plays for Eastern Michigan.
Okay.
His name is Noah. And I'm going to spell his last name, and I want you to try to pronounce it. The last name is Knigga.
Knigga.
Close enough. But it's not what you think it should be.
Okay.
So,
I don't know.
Anyways.
I don't even know where Eastern Michigan is. And I'm up
they're
north.
0-3, so maybe we'll have a bounce back game.
Oh, there you go. You got a bounce back game coming in. Yeah.
Man, I hope so.
Okay. Well, so we already got a comment. Who commented this time?
I don't know. I'm not even doing anything over here. I'm just sitting here.
Spencer says it sounds good, which he'll probably lie because then he'll laugh at us later.
That's okay. You like my cup?
Best farter ever.
My daughter gave me that.
Starting out the Over the Line show pretty well now. Watch out.
We're killing it.
One thing
but at least we're consistent.
One thing I want to touch on before we get into our NFL, because that'll take up most of our show. I want to touch on the fact that the Brewers, best team in baseball, clinched the spot along with the Philadelphia Phillies. So the Brewers are set. We will get a chance to talk about the Brewers. Probably not today, though, because we got to catch up on the NFL and all that. But the Brewers have been hot, and they just need to keep winning. Lost yesterday to Cardinals. Magic number, I believe, to win the division is down to 7, and to have the home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So, but Phillies are winning now, so we got to keep pace too. So, but the Brewers weren't even expected to be in the running for anything, and now best team in baseball. So that's.
Can I ask you a question, Jeff?
Yep.
Are they going to choke?
I don't think so. I think their pitching is good.
Okay.
To withstand that choking. I think this time, because I think that's what happens with the long winning streaks and not so long losing streaks, is because when you have that good pitching, that solid pitching, that kind of takes care of those losing streaks. So I think the Brewers have a good chance. Now they get bashed, and I'll tell you that they get bashed because they don't have the legit home run hitter. They don't have the the Pete Alonsos or the Soto from the Mets, or Judge, or Mike Trout, or that Raleigh from Seattle. But they'll hit. I mean, they got Yelich. He's got almost, I think he's one away from 30 home runs, and so they'll have enough to hit. So it's going to be about the pitching, at least when you get into that whole thing in the playoffs and everything. So
is that like having a good running game?
Pretty much. All right. Have the good running game. You can help the quarterback tremendously, and that's with the pitching. If you can keep the guys from scoring, the other team from scoring, that helps the hitting. So we'll see what happens with the Brewers. Be interesting.
I think my Astros are doing pretty well. You like how I said my Astros? I just jumped on that bandwagon.
When did you jump on that bandwagon?
So I'm a shoe guy, right?
A what?
Shoe guy.
Shoe guy. Shoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoe guy. Yeah. Look. See.
Yep. I see.
I got to
don't share with your friend Jeff.
Yeah. These are all going to you.
Yeah.
But I took one out because you only need one.
I only need one. That's right.
So it's a lot cheaper. But I got to give a shout out to Brian Lally with Soul Scribe. He's my boy. He's a Packers fan too.
Oh.
So
is he going to sponsor us?
He is sponsoring us.
Oh, okay. All right.
And if you want to go on Whatnot, it's an app. I know you're a boomer and you probably don't know what that is. But on Whatnot, and follow Smoke 207.
Smoke 207.
and he does shows where he sells shoes, and you can bid on shoes.
Oh, all right.
So he's my boy. So, anyways, I was into this shoe thing. You know, I've been a shoe guy for a while. They call them sneakerheads, whatever.
Okay.
So I found these really cool shoes that had a colorway that was similar to the Houston Astros in the 80s. You remember the jerseys with the V-neck?
Right.
Like the Jose Cruz era?
Yes. Yeah.
So then I went down this rabbit hole and bought one of those vintage jerseys. And then I'm thinking, hey, the Astros are 81 and 69. They're leading their division. Sure, I'll be a fan. But I was a fan when I was a kid, so it's not like I'm doing something completely wrong. But what I've realized is that when you mention Astros, everybody thinks they're cheating.
They are. That's what they do. They do cheat.
Hey, man, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So go Stros. Mark Ramsey, your boy, Mark Ramsey's a huge Astros fan.
He is.
He's
Isn't he
watching
from that area?
games while we're doing gigs. That's how dedicated he is.
Is he? Isn't he from that area?
Yes.
And you could check Mark on Facebook because he's always playing on Broadway down in Nashville. There.
He's the mayor of Broadway.
Yeah. So you could catch him on Facebook, and he's usually live when he is playing. So it's fun to sit in there and watch him play and see what kind of old music he's playing at on Broadway. Are you still down there playing?
Oh, yeah, I played. So I played last night. It wasn't downtown, but it was at Music City Bar and Grill.
Okay.
I did a 10-2 last night, and I just got in from Fresno around 6 in the afternoon.
Wow.
And then I'm playing tomorrow at Hank Williams Bar. And then Thursday, I'm playing at Posties, which is Post Malone's bar.
So there you go. If anybody's in Nashville, wants to see Tracy on the old drums, and I still like to always point out whenever we do these shows, I like to point out behind his shoulder there's a nice drumhead picture of a really nice guy and
my
Tracy.
best friend.
And you can see it right over. That's a nice drumhead.
Yeah.
So before, I guess I got to know how was Fresno?
Fresno was initially underwhelming.
Okay.
Because, well, I like when we go on the road, man, I'm always scouting a place to go to hang out. Because we don't tour a lot with Blake. So it's kind of like a vacation.
Right.
So when we get to the hotel, I'm checking it out. Like, where can we go? Well, I didn't see much when we drove in. But with a little exploring, we found a place called the Yard House.
All right.
Very good. But, Jeff, a couple of trips ago, we were in Albuquerque. And we found a place called Ojos Locos, which in Spanish means crazy eyes. So basically, this place is the Hispanic version of Twin Peaks.
Really?
And it just so happened it was a Friday night and it was lingerie night. How there weren't any health code violations, I have no idea. Because if you got to wear a hairnet in the kitchen, but ladies are wearing lingerie, something's getting in your food.
How did you find these? How do you find a place like that?
We have to do a lot of scouting. So we scouted the Yard House, and we had a good time.
Well, that's good.
And then we'd been to Fresno before, but the last time we were there, we found this dive bar, and it was like one of the best / worst dive bars because there is no good dive bar.
Right.
When you say a good dive bar, it's bad. Well, this place was bad, and it's near a casino in Fresno. So you're not having the best representation of citizens in Fresno at this bar. And our friend Keith Kaufman got molested there. So it was a good night.
He was out on the weekend with him?
That was when we were on tour.
Oh, okay.
A couple of years ago.
Okay.
But Keith wasn't out with us this trip.
All right. Because I talked to Keith today.
Ooh.
And he's got granddaughter duty today.
Well, next time you talk to him, Ask him how Fresno was, and
I
he'll
will.
tell you all about it.
I've been talking to him lately because he's a big Phillies fan. So we
And
go
he's
back.
an Eagles fan too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a big clash, between your team and my team and the Eagles probably. I'm not picking, just so you know, before we go into it all, but I'm not picking the Cowboys again this year. They broke my heart too many years in a row, so I'm not picking them. So I'm going
Broke
back.
your heart. What are you talking about?
So it's
My toxic relationship is at an all-time high right now with them.
so when you share this, I want people to share this. What you got to do is like it and share it. And for some reason, our YouTube is not working.
Man, nothing's working.
And I don't know what I'm going to have to figure that out after, and probably send it to YouTube or whatever. And hopefully, I got a buddy that does this all the time, and I asked him to join in here and give us some pointers, but have not heard from him. But hopefully,
Well,
we can get somebody. But what we need to do is have you like it and share it. Tell everybody you know. And for the next, maybe whenever Tracy has off here from his normal job, we're going to try to do a couple of shows here and just give you all what we think is happening in the NFL, but basically what's happening with the Packers and Cowboys. And let's just get started with something really easy.
okay.
About maybe 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, I looked at you and we had talked on the phone, and I said, Micah's coming to Green Bay. And you went, not going to happen, Jeff. Jerry's going to come through at the end, and he will be playing for the Cowboys. Okay. Now, I'm not going to say ha, 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 but what I am going to say is that there was something different coming out about that whole meeting where Jerry said, we have a deal, and the agent wasn't involved. And it just felt different. Everything, and I asked you, and I'm going to let you go ahead and talk about it. Did Jerry's
You froze for a second. Ask that question.
I said, did Jerry's ego get in the way?
Okay, I'll preface that with, has Jerry's ego gotten in his way in the last 30 years? Absolutely.
Just about every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a layup. Angel Reese could have made that one.
It has made the Green Bay Packers, even with him not getting all the snaps, it has made the Green Bay Packers defense look scary.
Yep.
Because as we always talk, if you can get pressure on the quarterback, that is the best friend of the defensive backs and the linebackers, getting pressure on the quarterback. And if Mike is going to take up 2-3 people, somebody's coming free. And that's what you're seeing, I think, in Green Bay right now.
Okay. Yes. But, and by no means am I defending what happened.
Okay.
How many sacks did Micah Parsons have in the playoffs, in his 3 playoff games?
See, I don't think that's all Micah's fault, though.
I don't know who else would be rushing the quarterback.
The Green Bay Packers have a little bit different people up front. Now, Mike has played with some great people, but I don't think he's had the full all-around talent that the Packers have, from linebackers to up front. And I think a couple of years ago, when we were really watching them 3 years ago and we were doing our shows, you guys were really hitting that defensive backfield bad. There were some really bad injuries. There was, just not very good play. And I think that hurt a lot. And that wasn't Micah's fault. Yes, Micah should have got to the quarterback. But who has helped Micah? I mean, you guys were missing. I mean, some linebackers went down.
We had freaking DeMarcus Lawrence on the other side, and he was healthy.
He was, yeah, and he's a great one.
So, I mean, bottom line, he didn't do anything. Neither did the defense in the playoffs. And schematically, All this stuff is coming out now. When he's on the team, he's the greatest thing ever. Now, this could be self-defense. It could be justification, whatever you want. Now it's coming out that Micah tended to go rogue, and he was hard to fit into a scheme. Like, there could be something called, but he just wanted to make a big play. So he had a little bit of trouble staying within the system, apparently. But anyways, who knows what that is and how true that is. Is that self-defense, justification, like I said? We'll see, man. I just know that Mike is going to really kill it on his podcasts on Tuesdays. So look forward to that.
So is he doing that again? Because I haven't seen it.
I don't know. I mean, he was doing it in Dallas. So, and even that, now, once again, whatever this is, some of that rubbed players the wrong way and coaches.
Right.
And
I can see that.
But you know what? I think that in letting Micah go, we have been able to shore up some free agents and extend some contracts, and we've got room now. Will that help? I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But hey, the biggest thing is we gave a contract extension to our fullback.
And you also gave defensive back too money.
Yes, and Tyler Booker.
And Tyler Booker.
No, not Tyler Booker. Tyler Smith.
Okay.
Booker's the
offensive lineman got money.
Yeah, but get this. Cooper Beebe, he's out 6 to 8 weeks with an ankle injury, so that's cool.
See, there's injuries, and there's a couple other ones that I was going to talk about later, but the Packers, some consider the best team in the NFL right now. Philadelphia's beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and they still look strong. There's no doubt about that. But do you think the Packers are in line with Philadelphia?
It's too early to tell. No one's in the Super Bowl yet.
No.
So
and nobody has knocked off Philadelphia yet.
It's 2 games.
So
I'm not even making a judgment about the Cowboys or any team for that matter. Because guess what? With the limited preseason, the first 4 games are preseason. By game 5 and 6, you know what you have. So I'm still looking. For instance, the Cowboys, in a loss, they look better than they did in a win yesterday. So who are they? We don't know. So I'm not crowning like Denny Green said. If you want to crown them. No one's in the Super Bowl right now, regardless of record. So
the Cowboys still on offense still have a really good team offensively because you got the wide receivers. Again.
And I think we may have found a hidden gem in Javonte. I mean, man, he's a good running back. He ran well.
And that's another thing that you guys needed was somebody to be able to run.
Yep.
To help Dak in that situation.
And I'm just glad that Miles Sanders didn't fumble again. That was helpful.
So the Cowboys and Packers play in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
And it's in Dallas.
Yep.
So what do you think your Cowboy fans are going to do with Micah coming back? A lot of boos?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, they're going to boo him. But there's, you know what? Packers fans travel. So countering the boos for Micah, the Packers will be, thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Jerry.
And we do appreciate Jerry. We really do, because he had a chance. The way the talk is now is he's had a chance to send him to Philadelphia, and he said no.
At least we know he's not a complete idiot.
You know, he does send him to a team in the NFC, but
that's whipped his ass on a regular basis, Jerry.
Right. But he
so
didn't.
I guess he had one less gin and tonic.
Right.
Johnny Walker Red that day when he made that decision.
At least he did not send him to Philadelphia. They were offering, the way it sounds, they were offering more than what the Packers did. But so at least he sent them to Green Bay. I guess he probably thought, well, I'm going to send them to Green Bay where it freezes, and maybe that'll, show them and everything.
Yeah, that'll show them.
I don't think, like I said, it's going to be interesting after Micah gets going here and he understands all of what's happening. and we'll see if that helps the defense more, which I think it's going to. But for like Dallas and like Green Bay, it's all going to be about the quarterback, I think. When it comes down to winning games, it's the quarterback.
Yep.
And Dak is, and I know a lot of people think I'm crazy, but
Yeah.
I have a lot more trust in Dak right now than I do with Jordan. Jordan has looked good, don't get me wrong, but he's missed a lot of throws. He's missed some scores that we should have put on the board. But I just think that there's a lot of work yet with Green Bay on the offense. I think, and you know this yourself, I think a lot of it has to do with the head coach and the play caller. Sometimes he gets in the way of himself. I believe that kind of makes it look like that he doesn't know what he's calling next, and that has to be better. It really has to be better. But where do you think the Cowboys go? I mean, that's an overtime win against the Giants. They were expected to beat the Giants.
Yep.
Russ came out, threw the ball well, and Scattaboo ran pretty well. Where do you think your Cowboys are going to go from here? Do you see a good year coming, or do you see a year where it's going to be up and down, and you're just going to have to wait and see what you got a great guy in Kenny Clark. I'm going to tell you that right now. Kenny Clark is an upstanding guy, first of all, but he does clog the middle up, and that's one thing you guys needed.
Yeah, I mean, we held the Giants to 84 yards rushing, which that was part of our deal. Scattaboo had 45.
Right.
And then in that first half of the Eagles game, we basically shut down Saquon. And that's been an issue. And that's another thing, justification, whatever you want to call it. Jerry said we needed to stop the run, and that's why we got Clark. And I hope it works. And where the Cowboys go from here, man, there are a lot of questions. One, of course, the biggest one, in my opinion, is Schottenheimer. I love the guy. I think that he has brought something fresh. He's got energy, but you know what? Energy's great. When you're winning, everything's great. If you're losing, we'll see. I do know that, and I've never met the guy. Just from what I've seen and with the way I've heard him talk, he wants to give his dad something that he never got. He wants to get a Super Bowl for his pops. And man, that kind of hits home, just because he wants to live up to that go past what his dad did. And right. I think he's bringing some juice because we know fat ass McCarthy didn't have any energy at all whatsoever.
Hey.
What? Did I
Don't
say
be
that?
talking about Mike that way. Mike
Whatever.
McCarthy,
just because he got inducted and they showed him off the other day from the Super Bowl they won 30 years ago. He's fat ass McCarthy.
He's actually up in my area right now in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I hear he's getting speeding tickets.
Yeah,
his wife is.
Well, I think there was some issues other than I don't think she got caught for speeding.
Mm.
But he's spending a lot of time in Egg Harbor, a place that you like.
I love Egg Harbor. Maybe I can go see his cabin.
Yeah,
in the woods.
He's got a nice cabin up in that area. So maybe you can come up and maybe you can have a cookout or something. You're really good at cooking out, so
side pork.
Maybe have some side pork up here.
We know Mike eats a lot of it because we can tell.
Mike's got a new job. He's on the Pat McAfee show, so he's doing well.
Yeah. So I like Schottenheimer. I like his message. I like the energy that he's bringing. But like I said, man, if you're not doing so great, the energy kind of falls flat. If you're doing well, the energy's great. But he has built a lot of team chemistry and a lot of accountability in the first two games, listening to what the players are saying about accountability in the locker room. I've heard a lot about that. I think that's part of what Schottenheimer's doing. So the coach is a question mark. I want him to do well. Quarterback, I think Dak surgically repaired robotic hamstring is going to be good because I don't know if you heard this, but he said last season he wasn't running a lot. And when he decided to run, he blew his hamstring out. So his whole training in this offseason and recovery from his surgery was to get him to run. And his run in that overtime period was big. So I like the aspect of Dak being able to run, but you also put your quarterback in jeopardy. And I think maybe McCarthy was a little bit gun shy putting Dak in that position. Because okay, so running, he's blown his hamstring, and then 2 or 3 seasons ago had that horrible ankle breaking incident. So when you run the quarterback, you get, if he could, and it's always been Dak's thing, if they could find a blend of him passing and running, making him a threat. I think when you would play Dak, you didn't feel that he was going to run. But the threat of the run is almost as good as the run itself. So now he's putting stuff on video that, hey, man, we got to watch Dak. He might be using his legs a little more. So defensive schematics could be a little bit different. As far as Dak, with his receiving core, with the addition of Perkins, and then, of course, you got CD, and then you got Tolbert, who's done our well, and then you got Turpentine. So I think all of that, getting the ball to those receivers, depends on the offensive line. And we've got some youth on the offensive line. Now, Cooper Beebe's out, and Brock Hoffman's going to come in, who's been on the team, but he hasn't had that many reps at center. He's backed him up. So that's a question mark. And then the offensive line that's going to show how far this team goes.
Right.
Because you got to protect with the addition of Javonte, and we also have Miles Sanders. And then we drafted Blue from Texas. I don't know what's up with him. He hasn't been active for the first 2 games. And there was talk in training camp that he might not have the best work ethic. As long as Miles Sanders holds on to the ball, which he did yesterday, he scored a touchdown. That's good. Once again, how our running game will depend on the offensive line. So that's what I'm looking at. If the O-line protects Dak and we can run the ball, then I think we can establish. And Shoddy is all about motion. He's running a lot of motion, way more than McCarthy did. So that, you know how that works, man. You're seeing what the coverage is, and you're moving people to see what happens. So offensively, on that side of the ball, those are the probably 3 biggest things I'm concerned with. Our kicker, he's the beast. Brandon Aubrey, he's a closer, just like Dak said yesterday. So we're good. I mean, dude, you get to the 50, we can kick that field goal. This is awesome. He's such a weapon. Defensively, how do we stop the run? So we have Kenny Clark. Hopefully that helps. We got some edge rushers. And, man, Overshone should be coming back around, I think, November. We drafted him a couple years ago. We got some help coming from the edge rushing perspective. Now, it won't be a hybrid like Micah was. It'll be more of a scheme. And Eberflus, man, I mean, all I know is he sucked in Chicago. Let's see if he's a good defensive coordinator. I don't know. But I think 2 things are hinging upon our defense. And so the run game, but our secondary. Deron Bland is out. And you saw last night or yesterday, I don't think that Trayvon is fully recovered. He was getting burned bad. Like, look at the big plays that the Giants made on our secondary. So I think the Deron Bland injury, it has more of an effect. So hopefully he comes back sooner. But I hope that Trayvon gets his legs back. Doesn't seem like he's quite back yet. So those are the question marks defensively. And I don't know, Jeff, where this team's going to go, man. You know, and I've talked about this before. I mean, unless they make it to the NFC Championship, it's not a successful season. And with Jerry and the trades that he made with Micah, it sure sounds like it's a rebuilding year. And I don't think that Shoddy feels like it's that. I don't think that Dak feels that way. I don't think CD feels that way. I mean, you don't want to demoralize your team by saying, oh, it's a rebuilding year. And I will say this, Jeff. To me, the biggest blow to the Cowboys, losing Micah, was the morale. Because Micah was really tight with Trayvon. He was really tight with CD. Those are like your dogs. And if you upset those guys, are they really going to put that aside and play? Now, maybe, and this is all rumors, you'll never know. It's like conspiracy theories and all this. Micah did rub people the wrong way in the locker room. Now, I can't quote anyone and you can't find anything, but there was anonymous stuff. And that's what I love about stuff like that. It's anonymous. So you weren't ballsy enough to actually put your name on it. Although he was called out last season by DeMarcus Lawrence about him doing his podcast and stuff. So going back to me thinking Jerry would sign Micah, and he's always signed people, I think Jerry just really got pissed because, and I will blame a little bit of Jerry. Jerry knows better to negotiate a contract without the manager present. You're setting yourself up. I think Jerry, he's rich for a reason. He's trying to do stuff on the cheap. So if you get the manager involved, they're going to get more of it. They're adding to the cut. You got to include that. So let's say Mike is getting $1 jillion and then the manager's involved. Well, he's going to get a percentage. But that's just me, man. I could be completely wrong. I don't know anything about being an agent or whatever. But I think Jerry knew better. Honestly, I think Jerry knew better. And he thought I was pulling one over on Micah. And it went south, man. And then who knows how this back injury is going to play out. Seemed like he's fine, but we'll see as the season progresses. If this something, imagine this, Jeff. What if, and I'm not wishing any bad mojo on the Packers or Micah Parsons, but I'm just looking outside in. What if this injury develops into something and Micah misses games? And that's one of the things that Jerry talked about. Micah missed games the last 2 or 3 seasons. What if he misses games and Jerry looks like the genius?
No.
I mean, it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility because Jerry has done some stuff. And I don't know if you watched the Netflix thing that they got on about the Cowboys and Jerry and all this in the 90s.
I didn't watch it yet.
So I started watching, and I'm 3 episodes in. And then the Micah thing happens. And I realized, you know what? I'm done. I know how this story ends. It's like watching Titanic or Pearl Harbor. You know how the movie ends. It's just how you get there. And so when that happened, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to relive the past and rewatch this. I think Jerry put this out just to make Cowboys have some nostalgia and go back to, and I learned a few years ago with the age of my kids being 25 and 19 that the Cowboys have not won anything in that period. And I don't know if you saw this meme, Jeff. The Cowboys have not won a Super Bowl on a flat screen TV. Think about that. And so it doesn't do any good to be a fan that goes, the 90s were great. We got 3. If Jerry wouldn't have fired Jimmy and Jimmy hadn't left, guess what? It's not there anymore. What have they done lately? And they haven't done anything lately. So where this team goes, man, it's the damn eternal optimism that I always have every freaking season. And it pisses me off because it's like having that girlfriend that you broke up with and you feel good about. You put away you burned all the memorabilia, all the letters, all the stuff she gave you, gave it to Goodwill. And then she sends you a text months later wanting to hang out. That's what the Cowboys do to me. So that old girlfriend's texting me back.
See? And that's probably happened to you a lot.
Yes, I'm over it.
This week on Over the Line, hoping that
I don't know what that was that just came on, but for some reason, the X didn't work either today.
Oh, I haven't been on the X for a while.
Because usually I put a feed over there that the X is up and running, but it wasn't up and running.
Hey, man, it's preseason for us too, okay?
But it is running on Facebook, so we did get one right.
We did. And Gary, I don't know if you saw Gary popped in and said, hey, I'm surprised he ain't got no gigs, man. That dude's got gigs all the time.
So we have Gary in here. And so we do have a couple of people that will show up and be here probably later. Again, what we do here, the show is called Over the Line. We need you to like it. We need you to share it so that people know that we're here. His name is Tracy. He's the boss.
Nope.
That's his whole gig.
Maybe I'm the
And
face of the franchise, not really the boss.
he's like he's like the guy in charge.
Nope.
And then you got me, who's a nobody.
Well, that's
basically.
right.
And I kind of ride his shirt tail in this whole thing. And that's why we have like 5 viewers. But
Yep.
we will get more as people get home and they click on it, and then all of a sudden, we get some views and all that kind of stuff because they want to check to see what you're doing. But just so the people that will check us out later, now Tracy is a drummer for a guy that is in country music that lives in Oklahoma. He's married to a very well-known rock singer. Am I doing all right so far?
I wouldn't call it rock. I'd say more pop.
More pop?
Yeah.
What's it? What does she call it? She calls it something else.
I don't know.
But anyway, so okay, pop. And she had a group with her brother. They played. They really did some really good songs. The group was called something about No Doubt.
No doubt. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Tracy maybe 1 or 2 or 3 gigs a year, he goes out
Maybe.
and performs with this well-known singer from Oklahoma. And Tracy's the drummer.
Yeah.
And I gave him a little bit of lessons on Broadway one time.
Yep.
And that kind of just catapulted his whole career in drumming.
It blew my career up.
And so I'm pretty much the reason why he's drumming right now.
Yes.
And
I owe it all to you, Jeff.
and then also, the real thing too is that where I live in Wisconsin, I brought his boss in to perform twice in my little neighborhood, and pretty much at the time blew up his career.
Yeah, you did. He owes a lot to you. I'm surprised that he hasn't sent you a check or something.
I mean, where you guys were all playing that night, the second time in my area, that place is all. I mean, your first love. It's all courts. It's all. What do you call that little padded ball?
Pickleball, man. Come on now.
That's what it is.
Pickleball.
I guess it's real big down in the Crawfish area.
No, man. It's worldwide, and we have another sponsor. I
Oh,
don't do that.
no, I didn't know that.
Ace Pickleball Company. They make pickleball paddles.
Are they paid sponsors?
Yes. Not for you, though. Because here's the deal, Jeff. As long as we've been doing this show, you would talk about sponsors.
Yeah.
And you would get all the stuff.
Yeah.
I never saw any of it.
Well, that was our agreement.
No. You see, just like Jerry. See, you're making the same deal like with Jerry.
So
So anyways, it's my turn to get stuff. So
Okay.
Ace Pickleball, Will Jamison, he's out in Charleston, South Carolina. His story is he was a college tennis player, made some money in tech, and started playing pickleball.
All right.
But he could never find a paddle that he liked. So he decided, hey, I'm just going to make my own paddles.
Make your own paddle.
So Ace Pickleball Company. And if you use the discount code Ragin' Cajun, you get 10% off. And they just dropped the new paddle, the Spade. It's the Wild Spade. $60 plus 10% off. That's like $40. I don't know.
So what are you getting out of this then?
Oh, dude, you have no idea. You know what, though? I think you and I would make a good pickleball team. Because you'd be the power guy, and I would just be running all over the place. And you would just be the dude.
Yeah.
And then, so I don't think we should do our dart movie. We should do a pickleball movie.
Pickleball now.
We're going to pivot. People do that in the industry. They pivot.
Yeah. We just got to get somebody like some of your friends there in Hollywood to get this thing going.
Man, Lee Metzger, he's got this big show coming out called The Road with Blake and Keith Urban.
There you go.
He all started with Barmageddon and me doing Beat Off, and now look at him.
They're not using your talents for this next show, are they?
Well, actually, with my success and fame that came from Barmageddon, they
Okay.
couldn't afford me.
Oh,
Yeah.
scale went up a little bit.
Heck yeah, it did. I'm a
Okay.
hot commodity.
All right.
Hey, big business.
Big business.
Big business.
Yep.
And
So-
this is another shirt from a sponsor. This is also from Brian at Stole Scribe. Whatnot. Follow him, Smoke207 on Whatnot.
Whatnot. That's an app.
It's an app. Come on,
Okay.
Boomer. Get with it.
Do the what is it again? Smoke what?
Smoke207.
Smoke 207.
Yes, sir.
We'll make sure we write that down. That the next time we do a show, so we're up on this.
Our unofficial official sponsors.
So I just have one. This will be a message for. I don't know if she'll watch us or not. Sometimes she won't, but maybe I'll get the message out. Somebody will tell her. I'm going to send this message to Maria. What did I get myself into? What is this all about?
She will explain after 27 years what it's all about. She knows. Hey,
What?
I tell you this, she's turning into quite the tennis pro.
Really? She's not doing pickleball?
No, she hates pickleball,
Really?
but she loves tennis. She played back in high school. She's kicking
Wow.
ass, but she did blow up her gallbladder at the end of May.
So now that slowed her down.
But boy, she's back and better than ever.
All right. Well,
You want to see intensity, you should watch her play tennis.
are you playing?
Dude, she whips my ass all the time. Just when I think I've done okay, she tells me, I'm not hitting hard, right? So I'm never going to beat her, ever.
Wow.
No.
Okay, so now I got to talk a little bit about my Packers.
Of course.
And then we got to get to the games. We should, another thing we should talk about, just so I can laugh about it. The Bears lost 52-21.
Hey, man. What about Ben Johnson talking about Campbell running up the score?
I know.
That's going to be a soundbite. What would you have done? What do you expect them to do? They don't pick.
Now, don't forget Ben Johnson's the guy that came into the whole head coaching of the Bears, saying Matt LaFleur, I love beating him. Yeah, I wonder if that's going to happen if he keeps his mouth going.
Looking at that team, man.
Seriously, what do you think of Caleb Williams?
Well, in the first half of the game against Minnesota.
Wait, one thing. As you see, when I talk about the Packers, I got to change microphones. This was my Dallas microphone, so hang on. But go ahead, talk. Caleb Williams.
The first half of the Vikings game, I really thought, man, maybe Caleb has turned a corner. He's got the right nail polish combination for him to be successful, and maybe this is him. And he looked great in that first half. But Ryan Clark said this, that it seemed like when things got a little squirrely, he reverted back to what Caleb Williams has done in the past couple seasons. So I don't think he's there. And then, oh boy, what they did against Detroit, I don't know, man, if Caleb Williams is the guy. And I mean, I want him to do well once again. Have you ever noticed that he kind of looks like Dak Prescott, like with his helmet on?
Yeah, a little bit.
But man,
like Dak, though. You don't play like Dak.
Well. So and Ben Johnson, man, I saw something on Instagram from the day that he took the job, a picture of him, and then a picture after the first loss. And dude, I don't know if they doctored it, but he looked bad. I think he aged 10 years in one.
I think it was doctored, but you're right. The picture was bad, but the Bears just don't look good. I mean, they don't look good at all. I mean, I have a friend on Facebook and a friend locally, and I pick on him crazy.
Is that Chris?
Yeah, and I feel sorry
Leave
for
that man alone, dude.
I know I felt bad yesterday picking on him, but he was
bad.
But he was so big during, right before the year started. We got our guy finally. We got our guy. And, Ben's going to come in and he's going to prove. Man, they're a long ways away from proving anything.
Yep.
But I did laugh. 52-21, I laughed at that score. So, over the weekend. Any big surprises? I know Joe Burrow going down. That's a huge hit for Cincinnati. But
He's like Andrew Luck 2.0. Poor
yeah,
guy.
3 months they say now, maybe 3-4 months.
But
So,
dude, can we not blame that offensive line?
wow,
He's got no protection.
It's been like that since he got there. I mean, he's always had a horrible. But I look at Cincinnati; they're cheap. Not saying that Green Bay was cheap, but Green Bay relied so much on Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers through the years that they would not go out and. I mean, Aaron Rodgers had to make the receivers he was getting. I mean, they turned into some good receivers. Devontae, Jordy, they were great receivers after getting done with Aaron, but they never went out and got him that number one receiver, that number one tight end. And that's what Cincinnati, they got the receivers, but they never got the people in front. And that was another thing. The Packers would have one or two that were great, but then, there was some offensive linemen that they didn't know what they were doing. And in Cincinnati, he's getting beat up every game.
Yeah.
And it's really sad to watch because I think he is a great quarterback, but Cincinnati's cheap. No, I mean, they're cheap. And to see that Hendrickson went back there, after he was threatening not to play the defensive end, a lot of people had him coming to Green Bay. And then he went back. Well, then he went back a little bit too soon because then Micah comes out and just blows everything up and gets the guaranteed money for 100 and whatever million. And so I'm sure he's sitting there going, what am I doing? And now he's really saying that. But that's a big shock. I mean, that one, where do they go in Cincinnati? Do they go out and try to find a quarterback, or do they go with Brownie? I don't know. But anything else that you can think of over the weekend that was a big surprise?
So we talked about how in week 2, what teams, we don't know what they are. And we might not know. This is just my theory. This is like their preseason, like I said. But I will say this, and by no means am I signing off on it, but Buffalo looks pretty good.
Buffalo looks good. What happened yesterday?
But it's another team that, what are you going to do in the playoffs?
What happened yesterday with Buffalo with Josh? Got his nose broke, or what happened?
I'm not sure.
Because he definitely had some blood coming out of that, pretty bad, and because they had their second stringer in there for a while.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
Josh Allen, medics rush to aid of NFL superstar after gruesome injury. So I guess.
Yeah, he got it in the nose pretty well.
So.
I was wondering if concussion or not.
No, it doesn't say anything. I feel bad the dude. It looks like it's broken, but I'm wondering if I wonder how long he'll be out.
So that's a big hit there. Pittsburgh, what are you thinking about Pittsburgh?
They look good the first week, and then didn't look so good yesterday.
A lot of mistakes yesterday.
Yeah,
to them. I did go out though, just in case they do go out on a run or something like that. I did go out and buy a nice, because my man is in Pittsburgh now.
Oh boy!
So I went out and got myself a Steeler hat.
Of course you did.
Rodgers.
Did you actually pay for that, or is that from a check from the government?
Well, speaking of that, now I got to tell you about my sponsors. No,
oh boy!
I paid for
State of Wisconsin, Social Security, Medicare.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So, but
Bob's
hey,
shop where you get all your cars.
I'm just I'm helping you out for when you get on all that stuff. You know how it works.
I'm doing pretty well, pal.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to retire yet.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They're called brand ambassadors, Jeff.
But you'd like my little setup here, with the lights and everything. So
yeah.
It worked out.
I don't know if it's changed anything about the way you look, but I guess it's cool.
No. No, I tried to use that thing that is in StreamYard where it's supposed to help your face, and it didn't do it.
No, it didn't.
Didn't do it at all. So I don't know.
And I'm just looking at you on my phone because I don't know what's up with our situation.
Kind of disgusted in it actually. And then what else am I? So thinking about the games tonight. We still have 2 games tonight, and it's Tampa and who? Tracy
Tampa and the Texans.
and the Texans tonight, and then it's the Chargers and Raiders.
Go Chargers, go!
And those will be good games. And just in case you're wondering if I'm not ready for those teams either, is see, look at this nice beauty. Isn't that a nice one?
Yeah.
Yeah, huh? Pretty good, isn't it? And then
This is signed by Rondé Barber.
really,
Yeah.
where'd you get that?
Your best friend Rick gave it to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you. You were a big fan of Rondé.
Oh yeah, huge fan.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
of course, I'm ready for all the undefeated teams.
Well, I will say Ursay's daughter's getting involved.
She's on that sideline. She's writing things down.
Yeah.
So the Colts got to be a big surprise. Danny Dimes, right?
I hope he can redeem himself from that miserable experience in New York, much like Saquon Barkley did.
Right. I don't know if it's going to be that well, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's going to be a surprise for the first 2 games. Who was it last year that started out like gangbusters and then lost? Oh, it was your home state team,
The Saints?
the Saints. Did they start out last year like really good, and then all of a sudden it went?
Well, they freaking boat raced the Cowboys with a healthy Dak Prescott.
Yeah,
And they had Derek Carr. And now they got the boy wonder there, Kellen Moore.
Didn't they go like 4-0? I
They
think
started out pretty well, and then I think stuff just dropped off. They had some injuries, and I don't know the vibe in New Orleans. Maybe Gary can talk about it. Man, it's like draft day at your house.
this is a real old one though.
Oh, look at this. Okay, check this out. Troy Aikman era.
Oh, look at that! I got one almost like that, but it's an Al Johnson signed hat.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, starting center at one point.
Yeah, he's at Temple now, and they didn't do so great this weekend.
They didn't do well this weekend either. He's the offensive line coach. We'll talk about him in another time. But Jack Stevens, got to say hi to him. He, of course, is your favorite guy because we used to talk about the Raging Cajuns and his Arkansas State Red Wolves.
Yeah.
And but he's here. He said we got him there, so that's good. He's out in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Great place to visit. Great place to live. And I'm sure you've played there many times with your boss.
Yeah, it looks like Arkansas State, they're 1-2. They're in the same boat as we are, record-wise.
They had a tough one this last week, I think. But so yeah, that's a good team out there that needs to. I think that Butch Jones is out there coaching.
Hey, he's the king of mental reps.
I think that's where he is out at Arkansas State. And so the Packers. Going to talk more about what happened over the weekend. The Packers just need to keep it together. We've got to get Micah Parsons more snaps, get him into shape. Hopefully that back. Now, I heard a couple of things about the back. Did you hear anything about the back here? Micah's back?
Just initially that it was like a strain of some sort.
Strain of some sort. But did you notice that somebody had said that Micah had to play or had to mention the back, but then, because he was using the back excuse with Jerry. And they said that if he came out and just ripped it up and all this kind of stuff and didn't have a back problem, there would have been some things that Jerry could have done against him. Now, I don't know what that's all about. I didn't read all of the story, but it was something about that he couldn't be out there, without doing something about that back. So, and the reason why I bring that up is because it was interesting because they were talking about he was going to take a shot. And then all of a sudden he didn't have to take a shot. So you wonder about that injury and what he was using there. But I'm fine with it because he's playing well, and the Packers are playing well. I'm
And
going to
it
tell
could be overblown, man. Like you
you,
said, he could have been just using that.
right. And the thing with the Packers, though, is pretty much what you talked about the Cowboys. But the thing with the Packers is they got to get pressure on the quarterback, and Micah should be able to do that. Okay, for the defense, then that's going to make it easier on the back end. What I'm anxious to see as the year goes further along, Micah and Edrin Cooper, the linebacker that we had from Texas A&M, to see them on the field together all the time because that Cooper is a beast. And I think Van Ness is going to have one of his better years. I think they're going to probably move him inside a little bit more on the defensive line, and I think it's just going to be with Gary and Van Ness and Micah, that Carl Brooks, and then you got Devontae Wyatt. I think the Packers are set up to be destroyers on their defense. So, and then we come to the offensive side of the ball. And there's where I think the problems are going to be. I think there's a chance LaFleur can think he's like the most important guy on the team and not do. He's just got to get out of the way. Is what he's got to do. And by getting out of the way, I mean, call your play and let it go and let these guys go. Because Jordan Love last week he missed. Thursday night he missed at least 3 throws. For the throws, if he'd have put them out there, I truly believe that the receivers would have went out and got him. But he underthrows sometimes, and a lot of that is his footwork, I believe. And the other part of it, I think he tries to be too fine, if that makes sense, like the Aaron Rodgers, and nobody will be Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball. But I think he, after watching him, I think he thinks that some of those throws he can just make. And I don't think there, there's not an arm talent. They talked about Brett and his fastball, but Aaron, that arm talent was completely different. He could put it on the spot. He could let up on the throw. He could drill it. He was a special arm talent. And I don't think Jordan has that. And then the other part of it, I think what the Packers are lucky about, what you said, is they still have a great running back there, and they need to use him. And they need to just pound it with him.
He's a pounder.
And that's the thing. If that happens, I think the Packers are a team to beat. Now, can they beat Philadelphia? I don't know. I think they're as talented. I think Jordan Love is on the same level as their quarterback. Is
minus the Super Bowls.
You're right. Is Jacobs in line with with Barkley? Probably not as fast, but I mean he's a workhorse.
Yeah.
And Barkley's gotten hurt a couple of times. So and like you said, it's all about health. Whenever the NFL, I mean, this is what last week when they started, that was the best they were ever going to feel all year now.
Exactly.
So I think that's that's a key, the health wise, and so
we're like us, Jeff. We're never 100%.
That's right. My 100% was gone at 15. So wow. Yeah. So, but so the Packers go to the Browns this week.
That's a W.
And then the Cowboys are where?
The Cowboys go to Chicago.
That's a W.
Well, you know what? I thought that, that Giants game was going to be a layup.
Right.
But it turned out to be Angel Reese missing the layup, but getting 14 rebounds, or me-bounds, as she calls them, and getting the win. So I'm not, man, just like every game, I'm really cautious to say, oh, my God, what if, okay, it's totally plausible, Caleb Williams comes out and looks like an MVP next week. Maybe they get something together. And once again, going back to what the Cowboys are, if we don't execute, if we have that injury on the offensive line, who knows? Dak could be getting pressure.
Right.
And I'm not even. You know what? It's the next game. So yeah. Do I think that we will pull out a win and hopefully? I guess what I hope for is one of those games where they put it together. They haven't put it together yet on both sides of the ball. The Giants game was like, it's watching a car crash. It's just slow motion. Everybody got out of the car safe, but look, the thing flipped over 10 times. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest thing that I know, and I touched on this earlier, Brandon Aubrey's a beast, man. He's the closer. He's the Mariano Rivera of kickers.
He is. He said today on the Pat McAfee show that he thinks he can get a 70-yarder easily.
Man, I know he could.
So it's nice to have a weapon like that when you're going down the field and all of a sudden you're stuck at the 50 and this guy can still get out there and kick a field goal.
And I want you to get back to your Packers, but while I'm on this train of thought, going back just for the Cowboys, I want to see Jake Ferguson turn into the tight end that we all think he could be. He's kind of like the Aldi version of a healthy George Kittle or a Travis Kelce pre-Taylor Swift. I want to see Ferguson be the dude, like Witten was the dude.
We have two tight ends. I don't know if you noticed Tucker Kraft.
Yep.
He had
a big game last night.
And he's the guy that, like I said, I think on offense, the Packers are set. They're going to get Christian Watson back, hopefully within 3 weeks or so. They lost Jalen Reed, of course, but like I said, with Watson coming back, I can't wait to see our number 1 draft pick and Watson on the field at the same time. Both run, 4.29s, 4.30s? If that can't take the cover off the defense, I don't know what will. Because if you got those two guys running, you would think that the tight end, if they went to a double tight end and brought both tight ends out, you would think they would be open downfield easily behind these guys. You would think.
Yeah.
So again, it's going to be about Jordan Love getting time to throw. So the offensive line, and they've been banged up in that offensive line too. So it's all about that. Getting the right people and everything. I think they got that Kennard though from the Eagles in the offensive line, and he looked good. He really looked good. So it'll be interesting. I don't think the Browns will show much. Now this you hate, like you always say, you can't go in somewhere and think, well, it's a win right away, but that's almost a win. But if you do, then it's going to be a letdown, and you don't want to have a letdown against the Browns.
No,
so. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But so that's this week coming up. Now, we'll hopefully come back on next week and get everything set. This is kind of like just going out there and try to figure out what our equipment's going to do this time out.
We were just playing pickup.
And try to figure out what were some of the bugs, that was going on. Because on my side, I can still hear like a second voice. I don't know if you can hear that.
No,
but there's like a second voice. So I need to watch this back and find out where.
We're gonna look at the video.
And then we'll cut whatever we need to in post.
Yeah,
is what they say in the big leagues.
Yeah,
and
fix it in post.
And so, any gigs this week? Oh wait. Now we got to talk about country music, so I got to change mics again. Hang on.
Oh, what in the world? I mean, the dude's got more mics than sense. And I don't know why he's wearing a Michigan hat. Why are you wearing a Michigan hat? It's
a Milwaukee Brewer hat, buddy.
It looks like Michigan. That's the same hat that Harbaugh wore when he was cheating.
So now we got to put this other mic in here.
Like, I can still hear you, and you don't even have a mic. So what the hell?
No, I do have a mic. You just don't see it. You just don't see it. Not in the picture yet.
How much stuff do you have?
I have stuff that I got to try out because I want to know what is working and not working.
What's up with that sexy red couch behind you?
Look at that. That's the microphone. See that?
I'm more concerned with that red couch.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how I got that couch.
Oh, I can only imagine how you got that couch.
So the reason why I have this mic, you'll like, because I can do this whenever I want to talk about Jerry. So,
No, this is how we do it when we talk about Jerry Jones. That's why I got this mic.
okay. So, anything going on this week for your real gig?
Not with Blake.
Nothing.
We
With
were in Fresno. The next thing we have is in October. And then we have one more in November. And I guess we're shutting her down.
Until January?
Yeah.
Okay, now the people that'll watch this a little bit later. Tracy plays drums with a guy by the name of Blake Shelton. I know you guys probably haven't heard of him. All right.
Never.
But he plays with a guy by the name of Blake Shelton. And you had it this last year. But talk is, you guys are doing it again in January, going back to Vegas.
Going back to Vegas. And I'm going to make this clear. I am not referring to what we're going to be doing in Vegas in 3 weeks in January of 2026 as a residency.
Oh.
To me, a residency is 6 months to a year. We're doing 8 shows in 3 weeks.
So that's not a residency.
I wouldn't call it that, but maybe some people do. So we're doing 8 shows in 3 weeks at Caesar's Palace.
Okay, so you're doing 3 weeks in January?
Yes.
Wow. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go out, can I get a free room?
You can stay with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do we have to do that video crap that you do about the rooms?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I think it'd be cool. I think you'd be a great help to help me find the dressing room or hotel room or whatever.
Well, sometimes I do have to keep you on track of what's going on.
Yeah. I get really confused. Like
sometimes,
I went to Fresno and I thought we were near the ocean, and turns out it wasn't there anywhere. So I'm bad at geometry.
So if you're doing Vegas, then is there a tour next year? Do you know about that you can tell us?
Nope.
No tour.
Listen, I mean, I think Blake and Jerry Jones might be related because they realized how they can make money quick. And Blake realized, if I go to Vegas and do 3 weeks of 8 shows, and I don't have to go out on tour and bring 16 buses and 45 trucks and PA and all that, and I just go to Vegas and use their stuff, Daddy makes more money.
Ah.
So he's like, you know what? I'm going to work smarter and not harder.
There you go.
And I think we're doing another one in May.
Oh, really? Okay.
He's going to turn into like the Elvis of country music.
Wow.
Or the Sinatra of country music.
Well, maybe that's the time I'll go, is May. It's a little bit better drive, I think, in May.
Oh, yeah. It'd be nice and warm. You can sit out by the pool. You can wear your G-string.
Going through the Colorado mountains and that in January could be really harmful to me.
Yeah, you don't want to cross Brokeback Mountain in the winter.
No, don't want to do that.
No.
So that's pretty cool. Then Blake doing those shows in Vegas, and so there's not going to be like festivals or anything. You don't think?
I think we'll do some festivals.
Okay.
And in the industry, they call those one-offs.
One-offs. All right. So that's what Tracy does for his main job. He is the drummer for Blake Shelton. And I know the next question, and I'll get it out of the way right away. They're going to say, how does a nobody in Wisconsin, sitting up there in the tip of the finger of Wisconsin, know a guy that's a big star down in Nashville? Well, it's a crazy story. But one time I asked for backstage passes, and he decided to invite like the whole show, and then he blamed like some woman and everything, eating their and drinking their beer. And
yeah, I mean, one of his friends brings 6 illegitimate kids and expects us to feed all these people.
And like they say in the movies, the rest is history. We became best friends.
I wouldn't say best friends.
Tracy's my best friend.
We all have charity obligations. So
So that's the story, and
yeah.
it's been boy, oh boy, it's been like almost 25 years coming on. Woo!
Can you imagine?
Wow,
The
that's
fact that
crazy.
we're still friends says a lot about our friend circle.
It does. It
Yeah.
says a lot.
Yeah. It does.
So that's what this show does. We'll sit and we'll talk about the sports. We like the Packers. He likes the Cowboys. And getting back into this, like I said, we're going to do a few shows to see how it goes. I'm going to find out what some of these bugs are that I heard today in the equipment. Again, it hasn't been fired up in a long time, and
Cobwebs.
I'll get to it. I'll figure it out. And like I said, one of the things I use I turned it on. The next thing it went into a upgrade that I never even pressed the buttons to do. It was just like, oh, boom, there it is. And so it's whatever happened there probably was the reason why I got this thing on my end. And then hopefully next time we can get that nice little microphone that you got from your Sennheiser friend.
Man, listen, I'm over here raw dogging it. Nothing's working. So
Your Sennheiser mic didn't even work?
I can't even find the cord. The last time we used it was a year ago.
What did you do with it?
I don't know. I don't know where any of this stuff is, man.
Mr. Organization, and now you don't know where any of the stuff is.
Man, they may have gotten repossessed. I don't know.
Did your neighbors take it when they were out doing the lawn?
I think Maria said a white van that said state of Wisconsin showed up one day, and I haven't been able to see it since. So
I don't think that happened.
I don't know, dude. It was weird, man.
But there is a Wisconsin license plate van coming soon, probably. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So maybe we can. Who knows? Maybe I can bring you some more stuff if you're out of, if your Sennheiser guy isn't helping you out.
Yeah, but if it's stolen or hot, I don't want it.
When are those boxes of shoes coming this way?
Oh man, I got to get the truck ready.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, and I got to sort them out because I got to find someone that's going to take the other shoe.
So as we get this thing going this week, what does Monday look for you next week to follow up on?
I think I'm good.
All right. So we'll come back next Monday. What we're going to try to do is probably keep it at an hour, unless something
just like
big
we did today.
Like something big is going on, and we'll have a little bit better planning. What happened though is when stuff isn't sounding right, the old radio guy comes out on me, and it's like, okay, now that's bothering me, and it shouldn't, because I watch other people that do. I watch this murder trial. I don't know, all about it, but and I watched all these creators. That's what they're called on YouTube. Did you know that?
Content creators.
Content creators. Did you know that? I didn't know that we were content creators back a few years ago.
Yes.
We were a little bit ahead of the game, I think, when we.
Were we?
And but content creators, I watch and I listen and everything, and they're not using a lot of the good equipment. Some of them don't even care.
But it sounds better than what we're doing.
And yeah, it sounds better. So some are doing exactly what you're doing, for the phone. And it sounds great, and they got over 100,000 subscribers.
Maybe we need a better internet.
We need to. I don't think it's our internet though. I think it's just there's just some bugs that we got to figure out again. And you know what? We're smart enough. We can do it.
I mean, I
am. You got a drum lesson today?
I don't have a drum lesson today.
All right. Well, what are you going to do?
But I do have them tomorrow and the gig and other stuff. So,
what are you going to do the rest of the day? You got like lawn to do? Wash the car?
I got lawn service.
And got to wash the car?
The car's clean.
Car's clean.
But Carter's taking it.
So that's a nice car you got there.
Man, listen. If you want to be a player, you got to drive like a player.
At least we didn't mention the car dealer, so at least we're good there.
Hey, I'm working on that. I'm learning from you, man. You've
So the
got so
truck
much
is
free stuff, cars, all kinds of stuff.
so the truck is gone.
No, I'm running that thing till the wheels come off.
You kept the truck.
Heck yeah.
So what are you using the truck for then?
When I do my gigs, I don't want to take the fancy car downtown and get all dinged up and stuff.
So you take it to Toots?
Hell yeah. I parked that sucker in backwards. You know how you're supposed to park backwards?
How's that bar that we went to that we watched?
Sullivan's?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't been in that place. I'm going to get the emphysema if I go back over there. Jeez.
I mean, people were getting shot and everything. You were taking me in this place.
Man, I get bronchitis. Nigga, I got time for that.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to figure out what's going on with the equipment. I'm going to watch this over on my big screen TV. And but we still need people to share and like. All right. Share and like.
Sharing is caring.
And subscribe. Once we get it on YouTube, and we got to have you subscribe and all that kind of stuff too. I'm looking at all the things right now, and it's it's showing that it's working, but it's not it's not pushing. StreamYard did not push to where we needed to go, but it did go to Facebook. So Facebook,
if you want quality, don't look at us. Don't watch.
Yeah,
but if you want to see people muddle through things technologically, then yes, we're the show for you.
And if you want to,
who's calling you, dude?
If you want to have Jeff Stone get a phone call during when I turn that all off. See, that's one of the little bugs that I turned it off, but it's still doing it. I don't know.
So I bet you know who that is. That's probably that lady that gives you all the free stuff, and she wanted to make sure you're doing a show. She wanted to make sure you're doing it.
Yeah, but she don't give me the free hats.
Yeah, but I don't know how you get that, but
so that's not it. And I'm not getting a free shoe from that. So
I mean, you might now that I clued you in, and since Brian's a Packers fan, maybe he's got some green and gold Jordans hanging around or something.
Smoke 207 Whatnot.
Yes, sir. That's it.
Whatnot app at Smoke 207.
Yes.
So make sure everybody go out there and watch Tracy's friend Brian, and maybe I can get a free shoe every once in a while.
Yeah, if the shoe fits.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
Man, I think we've covered all our sponsors. I think we've talked about everything that we need to talk about.
You like that red couch, don't you?
Man, I mean, I like red, but that just gives off a different vibe. Like if you walk into your house and you see a red couch and I'm a female, I think I might know what's going down.
What's going down?
Playtime.
Playtime.
Yeah.
There's a lot of playtime going on over here.
Oh, I can only imagine.
On the old red couch.
Oh, man.
That couch is it's really nice too. It's electric everything.
I bet it is.
So, I mean, it's perfect.
Oh, I bet it is.
So when you come to visit, you can use it as a bed. It pulls out and everything.
Is it vibrating?
It does. Yeah, it does.
Oh.
When you, not in the bed part, but when you sit up on the chair parts. Yeah.
That could be exciting.
You can have the vibrating and everything. So yeah, it'll be perfect when you come to visit, when you go to Egg Harbor.
And play pickleball with me and you and Mike McCarthy.
Well, pickleball's in Brussels, Wisconsin. That's where
you go there.
That's where you made, that little community famous.
Yeah, dude. So are they the Tracy Broussard Memorial Pickleball Courts?
It should have been called that.
I know.
We need to talk about that with Brussels. We really do.
Okay.
All right. Well, you have a good afternoon, and we'll try again for next Monday. And,
yeah.
Oh, we should probably play the little music, huh? When we end, you got to thank your buddy. Make sure you thank your buddy for this now. Be nice for this music, this theme music. Tell everybody.
He's a father now. Philip DeSteiger, our keyboard player.
And he wrote this
little girl.
He wrote this nice theme song for Tracy and myself, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's him. He's doing it all.
All of it. So talented.
And we can't thank Philip enough. And then maybe we can get him on again. Never know. When he's maybe doing his dad duty, never know. So
yeah, he's way too busy.
So I checked out all my mics. All of them worked, right?
I guess.
This is the country music one.
Okay.
Can you? Oh, speaking of that, then we'll go. I got to turn the music down. So this new guy, Zach Bryan, or maybe he's not new. What's up with this thing?
Are you talking about Zach Top?
Zach Top? I thought
Zach Top's the one you need to be listening to.
I thought it was Zach Bryan, the guy that crawled over a fence to fight somebody
I'm
over the
not
weekend.
into
Did you
him
see
that
that?
much. The Zach I like is Zach Top.
I know, but did you hear about this?
I did not.
There's a guy out there, what's the other guy's name? You should use your computer right now and look this up real quick because I have a question about it. If you know any of these guys.
I kind of know what you're talking about.
And why they're fighting.
Is it Gavin Adcock?
Yes, that's the guy. Do you know him?
They got a beef because they're like not traditional country artists. They're more Americana. And I think they have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder.
Oh. Do you know both of them or not? No, nothing.
Zach Bryan confronts Gavin Adcock at Born and Raised Festival.
Yeah.
So apparently they had a beef. Oh, yeah. Gavin Adcock says Zach Bryan ripped his pants jumping a barbed wire fence.
Yeah,
that sounds redneck as hell.
He went up. He was going to get that guy, and then Zach Bryan climbed the fence. And on top of the fence, they had the barbed wire, so people didn't do the climbing. And he climbed right over. Yeah, he climbed all the way over. It got, I think it got scratched up a little bit too. And it was like just a little ways down on the fence opened. He didn't need to climb over the top.
And that's pretty smart.
So, and this other guy, he just got, was kind of riling him up for some reason. So I guess my question was to you real quick before we say goodbye, is this what country music is turning into? You guys are going to have big fights?
Yep. I think the next one is going to be, here's what's going to happen. And I got inside information.
Okay.
So, you know how there's WWE?
Right.
Where they're going to start CWE. And it's going to be wrestling. And the big match is going to be Blake and Luke Bryan.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I would rather see Blake. No, I'd rather see like Trace Atkins against somebody.
Trace Atkins would whip everybody's ass. He would whip Zach Bryan and Gavin Adcock and Zach Top and all them dudes in one. Trace Atkins is a big man. You don't get those muscles at the gym.
And just so everybody knows, we said it a couple of times years ago. Tracy was offered, it wasn't offered, but he was sent the feelers out by, it was propositions by Trace and asked if he needed to come over and drum for him. And the reason being is that he said you always go after the pretty girl first.
Yes.
So, and
I was the pretty girl for once.
He was the pretty girl for once. Look at that. You never knew that you were going to grow up to be the pretty girl.
I never did.
You get a gig. Never was going to happen. So, all right. Well, that's all I had. That I wanted to ask you about that Zach Bryan because I'd never heard of the guy, and the other guy I never heard of. But I'm so far removed from the country radio thing that I don't listen much.
Maybe it was a publicity stunt.
Well, that's happened. I mean, look at Blake. He went through a couple of marriages for the publicity stunt.
Yeah, including me.
Yeah, that we're going to talk about next week. By the way, that's something that I never knew about.
That's what we call in the industry a teaser.
Yeah, that came out just so everybody knows. We're going to talk about that next week. Came out that there was relations between the drummer and Blake, and we're going to talk about that. It was a well-known person on Facebook or somewhere that released this information.
Very credible source.
All right. Well, don't tell Maria about that. All right.
I already did. You got to be honest.
All right. Well,
no secrets.
I apologize that happened. I mean,
it was fine for me. I won in the end.
So we'll talk about that next week. All right. Good luck to your Cowboys against the Bears. I will be rooting for the Cowboys.
Okay.
I promise. This hat, I will send you the picture. This hat on my head during the Cowboys Chicago game.
So we're definitely going to lose. Thanks for that.
No, it's not. So I did get a real cool. You'll like this. I did get a real cool Packer hat. What do you think of this?
I mean, you get more free stuff
Look at it. Why do you think it's free?
because it's you.
Hey, have I asked you for a free ticket lately?
We haven't had any shows, Jeff.
In the last 2 years, have I asked you for anything free?
We haven't toured.
Love you, Tracy.
I love you, Jeff.
Talk to you next week.
Okay, buddy.
All right, bye.
Bye.